Russia record grain harvest and exports ease inflation. With nearly 98% of its harvest collected, Russia is forecasting over 65 million tons of grain exports during the 2023-24 marketing season, Reuters reported, citing Russian news agency Interfax. Russian Agriculture Minister Dmitry Patrushev said on November 28 that more than 151 million tons of grain in bunker weight had been threshed, including almost 99 million tons of wheat, according to Interfax. This meant the 2023 harvest would be Russia's second largest, allowing it to send record volumes of grain to foreign partners. Last year, Russia exported about 60 million tons of grain. Earlier this month, Russia said it started free shipments of grain totaling up to 200,000 tons to 6 countries in Africa. President Vladimir Putin had promised the deliveries during a summit with African leaders in July after Russia withdrew from the Black Sea Grain Initiative. The initiative had allowed for the export of grain following Russia's February 2022 invasion of Ukraine. Russian wheat production could reach 90 million tons in 2024, a third straight bumper harvest following a favorable autumn sowing season. Combined with stocks, the harvest outlook would keep total Russian wheat supply above 100 million tons for a third straight season in 2024-25. Russia, the world's biggest wheat exporter, harvested a record crop in 2022 and this year's production is expected to be its second largest. Agritel, which does not include Crimea and other annexed regions of Ukraine in its Russia forecasts, estimates the 2022 crop at 96.5 million tons and 2023 output at 89.6 million tons. The initial projection for next year's crop included an expected 65.8 million tons of winter wheat and 24.2 million tons of spring wheat, which is mainly sown in April. Russia's overflowing grain ports have also yielded a silver lining for wheat consumers buffeted by a cost-of-living crisis, the lowest prices in almost 3 years. The Chicago market is trading at less than half the peak reached after Moscow first invaded. There are not a lot of competitors for Russian wheat. Russia is the price maker at the moment. Russian officials have been trying to enforce an informal price floor for exports. Still, the application of the floor has been inconsistent. This month Egypt booked a massive quantity of Russian wheat in a private deal at a price below the unofficial floor in public tenders. Moscow also continues to woo buyers in Africa and the Middle East. CoBank is alerting U.S. grain elevators storing large volumes of wheat that there is potential for a sharp rally in wheat prices in the year ahead. The flood of cheap Russian wheat into the global market may have created a false sense of security in the world wheat market. The greatest margin risk to storing wheat is the shrinking world wheat crop outside of Russia and China, which leaves the market vulnerable to supply shocks and extreme volatility in wheat prices. The world wheat stocks-to-use ratio, excluding Russia and China, is nearly the tightest on record. Drought has substantially reduced wheat supply in Argentina, Canada, and Australia, CoBank said.